All right, I'm going to see what's going on. The dog's going crazy. He only does that when there's someone, I don't know what's going on, but Johnny just caught a man that we've already talked to the police about. Calm down. I'm going to go out there and see what's going on. It's a guy who asked me to go fishing with him at night and offered me enough money to buy a car. And, you know, it was like prostitution, kind of solicitation, whatever. And I basically told him to take a hike. And now he's on our property, or trying to get on our property. So let me see what's going on. Johnny said to call the police. I'm going to drive them crazy if I call them again. But I don't understand why this man's outside our gate. Especially when the officer said, call us if he ever asks you to have sex with him again. See what's going on. What are you doing, Johnny?
No, we're talking. Because he lost his phone with your number. Yeah, my number was on yours.
Well, Johnny, it might not have been him that sent the message. I have tons of hackers. People try to set people up all the time. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. Okay? He doesn't seem like a bad guy.
It's all right. I'm all right with that.
I don't care. You said someone just stole your truck?
No, someone stole my phone a few months ago.
That's crazy, man.
I promise you, man.
So then it wasn't him, so you're making a big deal of nothing.
No. I went over there because, like I said, I've been getting messages from different people that I have no idea asking about what's going on over here.
Oh, like what do you mean?
Your number was...
Leave me alone and let me talk for
Listen.
myself. Leave me alone and let me talk for myself.
All right, cool.
What is going on?
I got several messages from, I can't remember, I had to change my number due to the fact that I've been getting several phone calls.
Every time somebody, I've looked, right now my case is with the DA's office. Every time my number's linked to somebody, they get harassed just for trying to help me or anything.
Yep.
This has been going on. We have been terrorized. I've been death threats, all kinds of stuff. They have a thing hanging from the trees, making it look like a child hanging. and
what you said over there, I was like, I had no. That's what I was going to talk to you about, because the whole thing about me asking her for what you were saying.
it's not.
Did you ask her to go fishing?
Oh man,
It wasn't him.
Johnny, I never said he did anything in person. I said we deal with all these people setting people up all the time.
Oh, shit.
You're the one that went psycho.
I'm 27 years old, man. I mean, no disrespect.
Because I was nice to you, man. And I offered you food.
I know. I came over here with you. I know Mr. Jean. I mean,
All right.
I promise y'all, man.
Yeah, we're doing a show right now.
Huh?
We're filming a show.
But wait, did anyone let him talk about him and not you? Did anyone threaten you? Because like that's what's happened.
No, man. I had to clear all my Facebook because I had a.
That's what they do. They hack in my phone.
Look, my phone number's on my Facebook, so I guess it's following like information as far as when I was building this house.
Yeah.
I put my address, and I guess it popped up right next to y'all.
Well, they put my address on Google where everyone can see where I live.
Yeah, so I don't know. I had to clear out all my Facebook. I had to get a new phone number. I had to pretty much
Just please stop.
from the very beginning.
God damn you, stop.
From the very beginning, and then.
Can you talk to the police about this? Because
Man, I don't want to get involved.
You don't want to get
man.
involved.
I don't want to get involved. I barely moved here, man. I haven't lived here for 2 months, for 2 weeks.
yeah, but the problem is that we've had to move 7 times over this. 7 times in a year.
And
In less than a year. And everyone that tries to help me, they get freaked out where they won't help us, like Shirley down the street, because now she's saying she thinks someone's following her. And they're trying to make people look crazy when I've been telling the police this for 3 years.
if anything else happens as far as them getting my information, because I can't.
They got it through you asking for my number in case I needed a ride ever. When our boss asked you if she ever needs a ride. And they do this because they thought you were going to help us. So that's why they tried to set you up. And that's why they started harassing you.
I'll help you in whatever way I can, But, dude, I'm 27. Like,
That's what I'm like. Hello, look, I'm like double your age practically.
but.
But so they took your truck?
No disrespect to y'all.
But wait, do you think the people that are harassing me are linked to your truck?
To my truck. No, my truck was.
They broke in his house and stole his stuff.
And stole some stuff, and then they got my phone.
And they stole his phone too.
I deal with that all the time. If you knew my story, my phones get stolen on the average. I go with 5 times.
Do you have the text messages or
Nothing. No, because they hack in and they always delete everything. I don't have nothing.
And I would like to see it to see like.
Oh, yeah, they were sending messages like, I'll be honest with you. Hey, will you send me naked pictures? Hey, I want to go and I want to buy you a car today, but all I ask you is to suck my, and he saw it, and I told him, don't go crazy, because I don't
Don't go crazy.
let me talk for myself. I said, if you knew my history, every time someone wants to be my friend, they set it up to make me look crazy. This has been going on for years. And I just started doing radio again, and we're doing TV, and now they've been terrorizing me more than ever. They've had the police out here 4 times to try to put me in a mental institution. These people don't leave me alone. They don't leave my friends alone.
Like I said, I barely moved here 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Christmas here with my family.
I feel bad because I'm sure
So
you
it
were.
wasn't you that said that.
Man,
I told you I never heard his
I
voice.
believe you, man. I
I put
believe
my
you.
hand on the Bible. It wasn't.
I believe you, man.
Like I said,
Because you got a good family.
I
You got a wife.
I had to change phone. I mean, I've been married for 3-4 years.
Nice, man.
He had to
I like your
change.
dog.
He had to change everything,
That's
Johnny.
why, is that a girl?
All right. I'm gonna go. I get too upset. I believe you. I believe you.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I ever disrespected y'all when I was talking.
I believe you.
Like, I
I mean, this is crazy. He had to change his Facebook. They robbed him, his house, our neighbor. They took things from his house. He's only been here 2 weeks. No, 2 months. I forget what he said. And welcome to our world. I mean, this is someone who our boss wanted to help us for rides and whatnot since my car was stolen, for those of you that don't know my story. And yes, it is stolen when you're a victim of a major crime and you're in the hospital and you come and the police had your car towed when they knew that my car was there and asked to do a stakeout. And Detective David Hawkins in Lake Jackson, Texas, hell, I'm not scared to say his name. I think I even have secret recordings that I can find where you hear him saying, which address of your car location? I'm going to do a stakeout. And next thing I know, my car's gone. Never got it back. Custom built, $42,000 Mini Cooper that my daughter loved, that was in mint condition. I got all the pictures on my Facebook to prove it. I still don't have a car. And I haven't had the money to buy a new car because I just put $5,000 down to put new rims and new tires after it was stolen the first time. Can you believe that? Stolen twice. And I was like, in a year or whatever it was, I'm like, oh no, I'm not targeted. So, he just said that ever since my boss gave him my number, that he only called a couple times to see if I wanted a ride. And Johnny and he said his life has never been the same. You caught it live. When are y'all going to believe me? What is it going to take for people to believe that there's such a thing as a targeted individual? Why do they terrorize everyone? And even, how many people are dead that have tried to help me or were witnesses or good friends? 14, something like 14. I'm so traumatized that I can't even now remember everyone's names, but I used to have a journal and I've exposed their names before. But I definitely have some memory loss from all this stress. And if you can see, that is truly something hanging after I did radio. Something hanging to make it look like a little animal or some, something in a bag like a head, or the police haven't even opened it up yet because they want someone else to handle it. But this is outside. We live on 2 acres of land, and the day after I did radio, they already threatened me to stop. I've had murder threats, so many saying you better not expose the Texas, these people, the cops and all that. And this is my life. I'm suing in federal court ever since I filed a 33-page shocking motion that about blew the whistle and everything you can imagine. Everybody's getting harassed and targeted. Even people who get in my life, they'll say after I called you a few times or messaged you on Facebook, I'm being targeted. And I'm going, what is it going to take for people to believe? So what do you do? Okay, so the state wants you to believe I'm crazy because they took my daughter on claims that I'm allegedly crazy. But
Be careful, don't get mud on yourself.
Johnny, I got it.
All right.
But then, you were right.
Oh my God, go wash your feet now.
I will. Can you calm down? All right, can I just say, Johnny, you just witnessed it again. How many times are you going to see that I'm telling the truth? And it makes me mad because...
They broke into his house, stole all his shit.
But we deal with that all the time, and the police don't listen. Now he's so scared he don't want to even talk to the police. Welcome to our world. See, people want to say, oh, they're lying. Don't help them. Don't give them a fundraiser. Don't give them money. When you just heard from the neighbor that his life's never been the same since he was going to...
You got mud all over you.
God, you cannot reason with this man. Why do I care about mud at a time like this? Will you be quiet? Mud washes off. Stop your OCD issues live on video. I can only take so much of this OCD disorder that you have. He freaks out because there's dirt on me now, and he means it. He's really freaking out. Oh, God. He's not crazy. He's just super, super, super meticulous. And everything has to be clean 24/7. I did a video where our place wasn't clean because we've been filming for a TV show, and I was on radio for a couple times this week, and it's been a hectic week. So the place was definitely dirtier than usual, and he went nuts this morning, so I already cleaned it. But I did a video where he was upset that I did it. This is where we filmed our homeless veteran scene last night. It was a nice bonfire. So we have security cameras, 9-foot fence. I don't care. They already posted my address live where everyone could see it on YouTube. Totally invasion of my privacy. And we have, we have like tiny houses out here. We have all kinds of stuff out here. And they filmed movies. They filmed war scenes out here. It's a lot of land. And it's really scary that we just had a neighbor admit, I'm not going to give his name, but just admitted that he had to delete his Facebook account, that he was getting all kinds of crazy messages. They were sending me messages from his phone with prostitution stuff that he just said he swears he never did it, and I believe him. It's not the first time that this has happened. What if I told you these kind of setups happen to me almost weekly for, oh, I don't know, try almost a decade. I'm not kidding. The state's still hiding it. Do you know the media filmed me? I can't remember how many times with witnesses that are now conveniently dead. Oh, I'm not kidding. And they've covered up my whole story. It goes all the way, and I'll say it live, and I don't give a darn. Randall, what's his name? Oh, God, what is his name? Is it from Channel 2, Randy Wallace? My friends, he met me at a protest. He looked at my evidence, and then he literally blew me off, claiming that it was a conflict of interest over Governor Rick Perry. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. You want to talk about caught up in the good old boy system? I'm about caught up as it can get. So I'm actually in a really bad mood right now. I was in a better mood this morning. God. I mean, I feel like I don't know how much more I can even take of Johnny, if you know what I mean. Oh my God, there's something new in the tree today. What the heck? Because Johnny is very childlike. He's kind of like being married to an Adam Sandler's personality. And it's cute at first, and then it's like, give me a break. The dog was going crazy. There was all this loudness. And he's just laughing, and I'm going, what is so funny? He was more concerned about the mud on my shoes. God. I mean, I don't know if it's a difference of a man and woman that, dealing with a lot of stress, but I think he's very childlike. If you knew how many times he jokes with me and, tries to, even sometimes comes up behind me thinking it's funny to scare me. Johnny, what is that in the tree that was not there yesterday? What the heck is that? There's the alleged, what?
Leave it for evidence.
Yeah, but that wasn't there yesterday. The police were here and that wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
The towel?
Yup.
No, it wasn't, Johnny. We'll ask the police that. They were here, they looked, and that was not behind.
Yeah, it was. And someone's been drinking beer.
Oh, God. We can't. The police know the truth. That towel was not up there. Like I can throw that far. And then there's beer cans that are not ours. Oh, okay, Johnny. Next time you see people running around, we just gotta let him be. He, like I said, he just doesn't take it seriously enough. He thinks he's like Rambo. I mean, did you see him? Really? And he's always dressed like, did you see how he's dressed? Can I tell you he dresses like that every day, even in this swamp-looking Louisiana? I feel like I should be looking for crawfish and having y'all over for a broil today. I mean, come on now. You want a crawfish boil? All you can eat? Yeah. This land, we've had so much rain, it's like, look at that. It's like practically underwater here. Yeah, there's going to be mud on my feet, buddy. There's our fire. There's our sticks for fires and stuff. Bonfires. I am so not country. No offense to people that are country people. This is not my way of life. I want the heck out of here. God, these dogs. Why are all the dogs going nuts? So they got like a little movie trailer, if you want to call it that. When people, you know, come in and they'll film, they can stay in it. It looks really ugly on the outside, but it's actually, when it's clean, very, very homey. It even has a fake fireplace and a big movie screen. I mean, it's kind of funny. You would never think that. But, you know, welcome to our world. We do a lot of work out here, and, you know, there's trails everywhere. I mean, I could spend a day out here chopping down trees. Woohoo. But we are working on this TV show, and I'm back on radio, and now you just heard it live, a neighbor admitting that ever since my boss gave him the number, that... Sure, Johnny, sure, okay, thanks. Thanks, sure, Johnny, make my spaghetti, thank you. He's a gourmet cook, by the way. I guess I better be careful about complaining. He won't let me cook. All my life, I was a gourmet cook. Myself, I'm kind of getting like jealous because he steals the whole show in the kitchen now. My gosh, I made him a homemade soup and it was delicious. It was one of those Japanese soups, and he was just so pouting because, well, you know, it wasn't like lasagna and homemade spaghetti with meatballs and rack of lamb with homemade mint jelly. Okay, I get it, but I'm pretty stressed out. So I said, you know, if you want to be the full-time chef here while I'm trying to save the universe, and you know I'm being sarcastic. Look at this. How'd I go from Hollywood to this? Woohoo! Like I said, if you were country, this might be cool. We got a lot of people that come over and love to do the bonfire and all that, and they think it's just heaven. But I'm like the girl that'd rather look out the window and see city lights and neon lights, and that's just me. I'm just straight up city. So this is like, this in itself is traumatizing for me. Now, you think these people, how they get in? 9-foot fence? All that? Well, I'll tell you how. There are little spots that they can get in. That's all I'm going to say. But they'd have to go through the swamp. But these people are fearless, and I think they're on drugs, and they don't care. But with that said, we have put game cameras on the property like the police told us to. And we have a dog. And so they're really going to have a hard time. The only problem is the property's so big that I don't know how that all works. I don't know what the cameras are called. But I'm a little worried that they can't catch everything, because there's already been a couple people in here that it didn't detect anything. And, oh, that's right. I understand now why it didn't. Okay, I get it. Never mind. All right, well, like I said, this is just a different life, and we are so planning to go back to California. Since he lived in New York, he wants to go back to New York. I'm like, no, I really need to get back to my home. If you want to go home to your place and then I go to my place and we meet up later, you know, I'm okay with that, because sometimes in life you have to go separate ways to make things right. And right now we're so different. He wants to go to New York. He wants to do, I don't know, something with cooking, I guess. And I want to go and do my own TV show to help people that have been unlawfully targeted for fighting for their children and going against CPS. That's the kind of live host show I want to do. So, I don't know. It's okay to dream. If you don't dream, I don't think you have anything worth living for, because the only thing that's kept me going is that I still have faith and that I'm still a big dreamer. Straight up. All right, well, thank you. Glad that was caught live, but I will never disclose his name. Thank you.